In a candid 114th birthday celebration address, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has placed the blame for the ANC's ailing fortunes squarely at his organization's feet. Addressing thousands of supporters at the Morulong Stadium in the northwest, Ramaphosa lamented the inexcusable failings at government level in areas where the ANC is in charge. He says this has disheartened the electorate, causing them to lose trust in the party.
Our own weaknesses and failures in service delivery, in governance and slow pace of economic growth, as well as the high levels of unemployment, have demoralized and alienated many individuals in our country. Le go menagane go le jwalo, re tshwanetse gape go lemoga gore ha re palelwa borona mo ditirong tse tshwantseng gore di dietse, batho ba fellwa ke pelo, ba tsamaya ba tloga gaufi le rona.
Ramaphosa says this year his party will be taking a no-nonsense approach in order to win back the trust of citizens.
We declare 2026 as the year of decisive action to fix local government and to transform our economy. We cannot accept dysfunctional, apathetic, and uncaring local government in this day and age that does not provide services to our people.
He also cautioned ANC members that gone are the days when they could get away with murder.
We will run the ANC strictly with zero tolerance of corruption, ill discipline, and factionalism.
Ramaphosa has also called for the improvement of security and crime-fighting efforts within the country. Minister of Justice Mamuluko Kubai has vowed to comply.
The statement did cover our area of work, where the president, one of the priorities around fighting crime and corruption. So we have a very big responsibility to ensure that we rebuild confidence in terms of the institutions that are able to fight crime and corruption.
The ANC's alliance partners have come out in criticism of the Ramaphosa-led organization. They've particularly bemoaned the unsavory utterances made by the party's chairperson, Gwede Mantashe, and Youth League leader, Colin Malachi. Mantashe labeled South African youth as lazy, while the Youth League leader suggested that Ramaphosa's trip to the US for bilateral engagements with President Donald Trump was a waste of time. COSATU President Zingiswa Losi, who was part of Ramaphosa's delegation, says Malachi's utterances were ill-advised.
It's a pity that a person who was not in Washington does not understand what we're dealing with. We are there to reset the relations between the two countries. You are not going to ignore the importance of the U.S. in terms of trade relations with South Africa. We have companies here. I am a leader of a trade union. We have workers in the auto sector, in the motor sector, in the farm industries that are reliant on the trade relations that we have, particularly AGOA. To us, it's beyond the issues of irritations amongst political parties.
Speaking on the fractured relations between the US and South Africa, Ramaphosa again maintained that Pretoria will not be intimidated into changing its policies.
We as a people refuse to be divided. We refuse even to be bullied by anyone, whether here or around the world.
Ramaphosa also reminded those in attendance that this year marks 30 years since the adoption of the South African Constitution. He urged citizens throughout 2026 to identify areas within this important piece of document that are holding the country back and make submissions for possible revision. The ANC will host its next January 8 celebrations in the Northern Cape, yet another province that saw significant losses in electoral support in 2024. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Junior Kumalo in the Northwest Province.